Hello, Arthur Offaly speaking on behalf of the Arthur Offaly Foundation, a totally independent victims group with no affiliation to any government agencies or any paramilitary groups. Now, here we go again. These so-called people who call themselves politicians, if they are not stealing money out of the public purse, according to the 3 shows I've done of the BBC on Spotlight, then they take 3 years off on strike and receive full pay from the corrupt British state out of the public purse. Now, I would call that fraud. And the millions of pounds it cost the taxpayer to foot the bill for that heating scandal, farce caused by those MLS, and yet no one was ever charged. And after 3 years, that judge could find no fault in what they done. It was a complete whitewash, but sure, what can you expect in this cesspit of a country run by that corrupt Stormont on the orders of that corrupt British government, run by Boris Johnson and co. Now we have another scandal by those British muppets in Stormont, as sick members of the public are dying from the Covid-19 virus. These so-called ministers cannot agree with each other. The health minister has no idea what he is doing. The nurses are running short of supplies and he is doing absolutely nothing about it. He is waiting on the British government to tell him what to do and when to do it, while the office of the First Minister and her chum cannot agree with anything. While innocent people are dying in hospital, they are fighting like cat and dog. This is the same First Minister who was in charge of the heating scandal and nothing was ever done. How many mistakes have these so-called MLS made, and yet no one was sacked or even jailed for their crimes? Now the Finance Minister from Sinn Féin Éire has told the public that the drugs and medicine that is needed to treat the sick people and dying patients has been ordered. Now we found out that that was a lie. It has got to the stage that doctors and nurses will not be able to treat the people dying of the virus without the proper drugs, and the proper drugs are not there. Now, these people have known for a couple of months and the drugs should have been there, but they are not. Now, I could go on to other ministers who are incompetent, but I will not waste any more time, as these MLAs are not fit to do their jobs and should be sacked. Now is the time for the public here in the north of Ireland to stand up and let their voices be heard, as these MLAs are unfit to hold any office at all. Our sick and dying patients in hospital deserve better. Do not let them down. I will be calling for every one of those MLAs to be sacked. I'm sure Stormont probably knocked down and built into a car park. It would be put to a better service, as they are unfit and unable to do their jobs. We in the north of Ireland deserve better. Now, anyone who would like a tape of this story or any one of my stories can call me on my mobile 07715921137. Leave your name and address and I will send you a tape free. Thank you. Anyone who has a story to tell and wishes me to air it can call me on my mobile 07715921137, or I can send a reporter out to get your story. And remember, I will tell your story as you tell me. Nothing will be cut out. I watch more of my stories on YouTube, arthuroffaly.com, YouTube Arthur Offaly, Arthur Offaly Docker, YouTube Jack Spot 2012. That is a tip about the brutal murder of my father by a 5-man gang of Sinn Féin Éire led by Ferry Scappaticci on the orders of the British government, the RUCPSNA and the Special Branch. Now that Sinn Féin Éire scum Scappaticci carried out their orders on their command. Now my email is arthurrofferty1@gmail.com. And remember, our sick and dying people of the virus are lying in hospital and are depending on us. They cannot depend on those MLAs. So do your best and be eager.